Hi, I'm Jess.
Hi, I'm Piper.
I'm Chris.
And this is Coffee and Scream. How's everybody doing?
Good, you?
I'm doing well. About you, Chris?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
No problem.
You're so welcome. We have been sitting here just shooting the shit for like 2 hours talking about...
We got no work done.
No. Well, there was an incident that happened at our place of work that needed our attention. Apparently, two regulars who we didn't even know knew each other were caught having sex on the on the grass.
Supposedly.
It's so ridiculous.
Allegedly,
to say.
got caught having
Is
sex.
it a full
on the
moon
grass.
tonight?
I don't know.
I didn't
The
even look it
weather's
up.
real weird. The weather's like breaking. It's
Let
like
me look it up.
super gloomy and like
probably
windy
Ophelia.
and just
Ophelia up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
I can't
April
believe
Fool's
that though.
Day?
That is.
That is.
And I've lived in this town my whole life practically.
I'm just pissed.
29 years young.
Yeah. Like, I was
And-
off tonight. Like, I didn't get to see anything or...
And it's not even a full moon because this
Is it a-
website
is it a
says the
waning-
next full moon is on Friday, September 29th.
Okay.
What is it tonight?
The 22nd.
No, the phase.
I don't know.
Duh.
All right.
What?
I was right before. That was a
I
guess.
don't know.
It's a waxing gibbous.
It's a waxing gibbous.
No, I don't know what that is.
Is it gibbon or
Gibbous.
gibbous? Okay. Oh, gibbon's a monkey. I think it's kind of monkey.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
about
why
my-
didn't you? We did animal attacks. Did we do any chimpanzee maulings?
Not yet.
Today's
All right.
moon is in the first quarter.
Okay.
Which
First down.
means It is.
First down on the
You
pigskin.
only see
The green mile.
half of it.
Oh, so it's a halfie.
It's
Yeah,
a-
you see the right.
Oh, it's a black and
half
white
of it.
cookie.
It's a black and white cookie.
Yeah,
Yes.
those are good. I don't care what anyone says. Those are
I
good.
love those.
And what about like the little soft Costco or like you'll see them at Aldi's? They're like those little pink or possibly blue or green iced. They're like an iced cookie, but they're really really soft and delicate. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God.
You
yes.
don't like those ones?
They're like the nut-free.
You can buy the ones that you can buy them at ShopRite too.
Yeah,
I bought them
probably.
for
Yeah.
my kids for school because they have to have like nut-free and everything.
You don't like them?
No.
Get these mutants out of the fucking school. I'm giving my kid peanut butter fudge. That's their lunch. That's
First
it.
day they're bored.
yeah. Try this.
Open up.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
see.
will not have my child have a peanut allergy. I will be eating peanuts all throughout my pregnancy.
But I'm afraid,
Yeah,
what
just
if
to
that
try to
would
mold
make
them.
sure
But-
that they don't get
I don't-
allergic.
Yeah.
I don't know. None of my kids are allergic. I ate peanut butter M&Ms religiously when I was pregnant, and also like peanut butter and potato chip sandwiches.
And is that
That was
like
just, I don't know. It was just, it felt right.
My mom craved iced tea with me, and
Yeah.
like they were nervous that I was gonna be born diabetic because of the amount of iced tea she was drinking.
is that possible to just have so much
No.
sugar in your body that
No.
your baby just comes out fucking?
I don't think so.
That is insane though.
Yeah.
But is that possible? Is that like would that make sure your kid doesn't have an allergy? Is if you just
I don't
take
know,
a lot
or
of it?
maybe-
What if you're stung by bees the whole time you're
I didn't
pregnant?
really think about it. Like I just ate it.
Yeah.
You
I
just
didn't care.
develop a primal fear to bees.
Yeah. I
don't
did.
know.
You ever been stung by a fucking bee?
I got stung in the
It's
chest by
crazy.
a hornet one time.
It's
That
fucking
shit
nuts.
sucked.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
We did.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. I kind of liked it.
A bee was chasing me
hurt.
today. Actually, I probably have that ring footage. I took the dog outside and there you see me run through my driveway.
Swatting at the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys had to get the Ring doorbells in because the car snatchers and everything, right?
Yep.
No, the
They didn't
snatchy
snatch.
McSnatcherson.
They just looked around.
They put the car in a sack and
They
threw
were
it over their shoulder.
inspecting it.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Grinch.
Like I said, yeah. Yeah. They could have taken my car. I don't care.
Fuck 'em, right?
Yeah, fuck
You'd be doing me a favor.
It was a September night and they stole my car.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was.
They stole my fucking car. Dude.
What is this world coming to?
I love that little mouse that doesn't even have a crumb from the Grinch. Remember him?
Aw.
It's like, dude, you can't even leave a crumb. Like, you're fucked. That's the worst part. You can't even leave a crumb for a mouse.
It's like
That's fucked.
It's like in Charlie Brown when all he gets for trick or treat is the fucking rock.
Oh, he just gets a rock, right?
He's like, I got a rock.
Pig pen, right? I loved him. How he cut the ghost holes all over. Remember?
Yeah.
He cuts way too many ghost holes in his sheet.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
What which
From Charlie Brown's
like
Great Pumpkin.
You're a great. I watched that like.
Did you say You're a Great Pumpkin?
You're a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I don't know.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's probably not called that.
You're a Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, you're such a little pumpkin.
That's probably what it's called.
Yeah. You're cute as a.
No, don't
gotta-
go to kick the
Oh my
football.
gosh.
She's gonna move it away last minute.
Idiot.
We should do an ASMR pumpkin carving. We'll just crank the gain on the mic, and then you just hear like the.
Ew.
Yeah, I think that would sell.
Pulling the guts out.
Yeah.
Just like.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh.
Do you
so
eat
yellow.
pumpkin seeds?
Me?
Yeah.
I've had them roasted and they're pretty good. I just never think to do it. I'm so excited to carve a face that
I know.
yeah.
You just.
I'm so
I am
And it
surprised.
never looks the way I want it to, and I'm
I'm
always like,
so desensitized to fucked up shit that a scary face carved into a pumpkin is just normal to me.
I want to do Howdy,
Like,
Captain Howdy from The Exorcist.
You
Like,
should.
just lighten up in the.
You should.
that'd
I
be
don't
cool.
eat pumpkin seeds. They're gross.
No.
And I also didn't. I didn't know. Aren't you supposed to open them up like a sunflower seed?
Who knows?
Ooh,
Because
I
I tried
just
to
bit
eat
'em.
them just like as is, and I'm like, this is not
my
good.
friend,
You gotta roast them.
my friend,
Yeah, I
sent
bought
me-
them like already done.
Oh.
My friend sent me the cutest picture of her cat the other day, and she was carving pumpkins, and like she had already taken like all the guts out of the pumpkin and everything, and then you just see like the little cat, it's a cat's face poking at the top of the pumpkin.
Did it jump in there, or did she just put it in there?
Yeah, the cat just like jumped in the pumpkin, and he was
That's
just sitting
fucking
there.
awesome.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna need 4 big pumpkins.
Yeah. Come on, what's his name? Mickey?
Yeah, Mickey,
come on,
Billy,
Mickey.
Red, Scarlet, gang's all here.
It was so cute.
Oh my gosh.
My cats. I don't know. Maybe my one cat would get inside a pumpkin, but
I don't have any cats.
You should.
really?
I have dogs.
Have you ever had a cat?
only. I did have a cat when I was little once.
Milk truck?
And it like died.
Exploded.
Like, a horrific, miserable
Oh
death.
no.
And like,
Oh.
and
I didn't know she
then
was
my
sick.
sister's cat went missing after it gave birth, and my mom thought that the kittens were rats, so she
No,
killed
don't. I
them.
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Okay. That's
That's
It's
no. Okay.
Yeah.
scary. scary.
Glue trap, fire. What was it? A fire flamethrower?
No,
Nope.
I don't remember how she did it, but
Yeah,
she got rid of them.
I can imagine.
Did you see the commercial for the new Pet Cemetery though?
No.
No.
Dave,
a new one?
Yeah, there's. I think it's like a
I
series.
rewatched the remake actually like last week.
I didn't watch that. The remake.
Real? It's
No.
okay.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
It's
The church they used was interesting. The cat.
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the original church, like the
Like
gray
the
one.
was
Gray
like the
short hair.
British short hair. or
Yeah,
something.
fucking awesome looking.
It's more evil looking.
Yeah, it was so like pit bull. It was like the pit bull of cats.
Yeah.
It just looks fucking scary. Like, it'll fuck you up.
It's to me like the scariest part of the original Pet Cemetery was Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
like, that's still
Never again.
ugh. It still scares me.
Dude, when she just walks over.
Yeah,
like, and, that's,
Ranga.
and like the weird, like, I don't even know. It's just a really wide camera angle, like
Do you know
a
who we're
fisheye
talking
almost.
about? Do you know what we're talking about?
Pet Cemetery?
Yes.
Like
You-
the sister,
you know
the
who Zelda is?
the stowaway, and the
God.
the way she walks over. I'm gonna twist
yeah.
your back like they twisted
God,
mine.
No.
Yeah.
That like very few things
Scary.
still scare me. That still does.
It's crazy.
But in the remake, like I didn't think Zelda was as scary.
They didn't even.
Like,
they
it's
actually
still-
they did it like a Zelda angle.
They did.
Okay.
But like it, I don't, it was just the original was creepier.
Of course. But in the new one, guess who's like the guy who tells you not to go bury things in the thing, but also tells you where it is.
Who?
Sure.
Dave Duchovny.
No, it's
I don't
not.
Yes,
who that
yes,
is.
it is. Dave Duchovny. He was in
What
the
is-
X Files.
What is like the
was-
storyline with the new one?
I think he was in the X Files. I'm pretty sure he was in the X Files.
Is it like
the new?
is it like kind of the same thing? Like a guy moves into Judd's house after, and then someone else moves into the
Perhaps.
Creed house.
Let me look it up. Yeah, I'll find that out because I don't know the plot necessarily. The trailer tells you kind of with context clues. And why is it Pet Cemetery spelled like that?
I don't know.
What is that? What is the point of that?
Probably because Stephen King wanted to be different and quirky and eccentric.
Cemetery. Yeah, Dave Duchovny as Bill. Oh yeah, Pam Grier's in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pam Grier. Henry Thomas, who is in he was Elliot in E.T. and he's in The Haunting of Hill House or whatever.
Yeah.
And my mom said that's a great show, and she's like, after you're done with Stranger Things, watch those shows. They're great.
I'm
like,
actually gonna look that up. Why Cemetery is spelled like that?
Yeah, I'm
I
curious.
loved Haunting of Hill House. I loved the second season too.
Was the Bly Manor like the same actors and actresses?
Yeah, it's like an anthology kind
of. The apparent misspelling of cemetery in the title was intentional. As it happened, the children who created the real Pet Cemetery behind King's house wrote Pet Cemetery on the signs, spelled with the S. Based on this, King adopted it as the final title for the book.
That's amazing. That's so sick. Yeah, this is Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, 2023. In 1969, a young Judd Crandall has dreams of leaving his hometown of
Oh shit! It's like a prequel.
I suppose, yeah, because it looks a little old-fashioned. Maine behind, but soon discovers sinister secrets buried within and is forced to confront a dark family history that will forever keep him connected to Ludlow. Banding together, Judd and his childhood friends must fight an ancient evil that has gripped Ludlow since its founding.
Well, he doesn't fight it that good if it fucking happens again.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Down the road.
Yeah.
It wasn't his dog. Like, he buried his dog there as a kid, and the dog didn't come back, right? And then there was a guy, right?
There's a dog. Yeah, there's a dog in the trailer for this.
I think.
And he has like a, if you want to swing over here real quick.
It was like a Jack Russell or something.
In this it looks like a German Shepherd, but he has like a weird posture. He almost looks like one of those hunchback dogs. He's going to be right here. You're going to see him. It's like right in the beginning. He's like a little German Shepherd. Mm-hmm. And yeah, watch. He's about to jam on his fucking brakes. He looks like, what's his name? Andy Kaufman. He's got the Andy Kaufman hair. Jams on his brakes, and he's about to get out of the car and investigate. And there's the fucking dog. Fucking, yeah, look at this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love the way this dog sits. Yeah, I remember when I saw this. I was like, this is a weird dog.
He looks like the freaking way that Disney draws the hyenas and
he literally is like a Lion King hyena. Yeah.
Can you click on that for me real quick?
Who, Samantha?
Yeah, I just want to see.
Samantha Mathis.
You know who that is?
Oh my God, American Psycho?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a pillhead.
She was dating River Phoenix when he died.
Ooh.
She was, I thought that was.
She was in American Psycho. She was like, oh, yeah, I'm so, like, glamorously about to OD.
Yeah.
Like, the most beautiful OD you'll ever see.
We were talking about that before we recorded.
Yeah, we were talking about American Psycho. And what the fuck is 2?
Yes.
It feels, like I said, it feels like Sleepaway Camp meets American Pie.
Is that a raincoat? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. I'm curious.
I'm sure I'll watch it.
I like Dave Duchovny. He was also in Twin Peaks. He was like a transitioning like police officer that was like a not protege. What do they call it? Colleague of Coop's.
Okay.
And he shows up like post transition, and I forget what like season that is. I think it's like season 2, season 2 or something.
I never made it past the second episode. I have to.
A Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris, I told you.
They found her wrapped in plastic. I bow. That was Henry.
That was amazing.
I told you already at work, but I watched The Love Witch.
Yes, The Love Witch. Have you seen that?
No.
It's so fucking good. You have to.
So in short, it's about it's like a femme fatale movie, and it's about this woman who essentially coerces men into falling in love with her, but she has this really interesting relationship with love and men where if they fall in love with her, she is like disgusted by that.
I can relate.
She likes the chase.
She loves bringing people in, and then once they fall in love with her, like she winds up killing them. Yeah, she like winds up killing them because she's like she just thinks less of them. You know.
She likes the chase.
She does. She likes being chased, but once they, I guess, catch up, then she's like, okay, I'm done with you.
Yep.
But this movie was filmed in 2017, and it feels like a 70s movie. The cameras that are used. The way people are like overly dramatic in like what's that Elegant, like there's like the 70s soap opera elegance to it.
So it's just
It's
her
dramatic.
like going through a string of relationships
And murders,
and
yeah.
like it's
Sorry
time for him
about
to
the
go.
weird tapping noises. I'm looking things up on my
Yeah,
phone,
sorry.
and I have long nails.
Use use your elbows.
I use my nose.
Yeah, use your nose.
See, like
What do you say? Ooh,
But
Right?
it's the movie. Yeah, show her some pictures out of the movies because
And,
the
like-
the
Ooh, I-
screenshots.
like
It's a great movie.
I love this
it's
girl.
Awesome.
I love this girl. She's literally me.
2017.
Like,
It's
like,
crazy. It's like
Are you
unironic.
kidding?
Unironically, one of the like best capturings of a time period.
like watch a
The
GIF.
blue
Like
eyeshadow?
watch a GIF.
It's awesome.
I like
And
her.
I think it's the woman that directed it and wrote it and stuff. I think it's one of her
The-
first films.
The girl who plays Elaine Parks, which is the main character,
Mm.
is Samantha Robinson.
Was she in anything else?
I don't know.
But yeah, that movie was slamming,
yeah,
dude.
I'll watch it.
And I started a movie
it's
called.
on Tubi.
Woohoo!
Oh,
yeah.
it is. Oh.
I love Tubi.
Tubi.
She
Not a sponsor.
She was also in. Let me see.
She's like Sharon Tate, beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, she's kind of Sharon-esque. Sharon. Sharon.
Wrong Sharon.
Oh,
Why is my phone doing this?
Sharon Stone. I was doing Sharon Stone.
No, you're so stupid.
Sorry.
She was also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That makes sense.
I still haven't seen that one.
Um,
Oh, and the
That
Sharon Tate.
Is
That's
so-
Sharon
yes!
Tate. Yeah.
The Manson.
Did she
Yeah.
play Sharon?
No. Margot
Sharon?
Robbie played Sharon.
Oh, she
Oh
did.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that movie is so good.
I have to watch it.
It's so
I've
good.
only seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico, and that was awesome. I was Antonio Banderas, and he's got the guitar gun.
Yep.
And then Johnny Depp is like a blind gunslinger.
Sure.
Fucking.
How accurate?
I think that was Robert Rodriguez that directed that.
Is he like an accurate shot?
Huh? Oh yeah. He's insane. It's weird because sometimes he needs noise to hear to see,
Yeah.
but then there's other scenes where he's just. I guess maybe him shooting his gun helps.
He just sprays bullets
Yeah,
everywhere. He's like, yeah, I'll get 'em.
He's like, I got enough bullets. Gonna get someone.
Yeah.
Fucking. But there's a scene where he
A broken watch is right twice a day.
right. Isn't that right? But there's a scene where he's talking to one of the people that he's doing business with. Because I think he's like a crooked cop or something. I forget. It's been a while. And he's talking about the food he got. He's like, this is the best. I forget the meal, but this is like the best meal that I've had in like all of Mexico. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in that kitchen and I'm gonna fucking kill the cook. And he literally, as soon as he's done with the meeting, he just goes right in the kitchen and just says, "Who made this?" And shoots him dead.
Why would he do that?
Because he says he likes to bring balance to the universe. He's like,
That's so fucking
when
stupid.
something is too good,
Okay,
he needs to
no.
bring it down a notch.
Sure.
And I was like, what? Okay, you just killed this poor guy's working his ass off making you a good, whatever you fucking ate, eggs Benedict, whatever
Yeah.
it fucking was.
Now you'll never have an eggs Benedict that good anymore.
Ever.
again.
Yeah.
Because you're stupid.
What if after then he gets the shits? He's like, "Ooh, I shouldn't have killed him. My God, It actually wasn't the best."
It wasn't the best. I thought it was. It's
Yeah. No.
And
Party
then
foul.
he has to live with the guilt
yeah.
that he killed the guy for
That's
no
why
reason.
he pulls his
Yeah.
eyes out.
He's like, man, what the fuck?
That movie's amazing. That movie's
Let's
amazing.
see. Today is the 22nd, which I believe tomorrow is officially the first day of fall,
Ooh.
and it feels like it.
And it's
It feel-
getting- yeah, it's
It
cold.
feels so. I love
I'm
it.
so excited. I'm so excited that it's getting cold after the disgusting summer we had. We deserve it. We deserve a nice cold fall.
Who left the fridge
It's-
open?
It was so
Yes.
windy and cool out today. Got a poison apple candy, something or other.
Is that what that is?
Candle lit. Yeah.
I thought it was just I had a lingerer.
I have a little glow in the dark skeleton in my room that hangs on my wall, and his name is Bones, and he was glowing a little extra
He was growing?
bright.
His bone was growing?
Oh no!
No,
Tiger.
he was glowing a little extra bright, which
Dude.
means I guess
He's
he was
he's
happy
excited.
that fall's
He's excited.
occurring now.
I have a
My-
little blow up Michael Myers that sits shotgun in my car, but he's too big and I can't stay around him.
well,
It's just-
Yeah, he's
well,
a
then-
hazard.
And then
he is a hazard.
Hank,
He's a hazard all the time, but
Yeah.
not
And
for
then-
me personally.
Hank, my ghost little buddy, hangs on my Baphomet flag, And
Hank?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like a real ghost for a second. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
she's a ghost
Hank
of
is a very specific name for a ghost. I'd be
It's
like, that
a
motherfucker probably
it's
told
a-
you his name for it to be
It's a
Hank.
ghost I bought from Dollar Tree, and he's my best friend now.
Nice. I was going to say something about Halloween, and you said something before. It'll come to me in a deep sleep. It'll wake me up in the middle of the night.
And then we'll have to
was I
record
gonna
a addendum.
Addendum?
Yeah.
Should I perform a lobotomy on you now to figure it out?
That would be heavenly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Would you guys? This is a trick or treat edition.
Ooh.
Would you rather have a candy apple or a caramel apple?
What's a candy apple? Like covered
like
in...
that red stuff, like that hard red candy on the outside.
I don't know if I've had one of those.
Caramel
You've never had a
apple.
candy apple?
Yeah.
Caramel?
Have you ever seen where they do it? They caramel dip an onion,
That's disgusting.
and people bite into it thinking it's an apple, and it's fucking not. Shrek would love that.
Do you like sweet or sour?
Oh, it depends on what it is.
Sweet.
The ground
The only
sour.
sour candy I'll really have is Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, like I like the sour peach rings, but like everyone looks forward to after the sour's over.
Like the ones at work that are
Yeah,
like
no.
stale and nasty.
The gummy
though.
sharks were good though. I had a gummy shark. Those are
Was it
fucking pretty
milk
good.
chocolate or dark chocolate?
Milk.
Milk.
Dark.
I like dark, but like milk. If I want to like just something that it never fucking fails.
Well, yeah.
I
milk
like
chocolate.
dark chocolate if I'm like in the mood for it. I really do.
If I want like if you're going like
milk.
quality over quantity, then I'm going for dark.
Mm-hmm.
But if like I'm taking my day out on a bag of Hershey Kisses,
Yeah.
it's gonna be milk.
Because
Even, like,
also
Swiss
I'm
Miss.
very like specific about the percentage on the dark chocolate too. If it's like too high, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
No.
stops being sweet. It gets more
It's
bitter.
just gonna taste like sand
Yeah, it
after,
gets
like after a
sand.
while. Like it's just
Snickers or Twix?
Snickers.
Twix.
Snickers are good, but I'm gonna go Twix.
Yeah.
Snickers, that hurt.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Snickers. Hey, you got the Snickers. You can have more for you. Save
Yeah,
more for
hell
Piper.
yeah.
Gummy
let's go.
worms or candy corn?
Candy corn.
I hate
Oh,
candy corn.
I love. Okay, I like candy corn, but gummy worms, they're beautiful, colored.
They're fun.
They look creepy,
They're more fun.
creepy crawlies, and they're delicious. And you can make fucking. Remember,
They-
ever have dirt? Ever dirt cake?
They look
I
Dirt cake's
love that.
amazing.
Yes.
like how freaking Max from Max and Ruby made the dirt
Probably
cake.
real dirt.
Yeah,
Yeah, right,
with
fucking
the,
real
with the
dirt.
real worms, and then Ruby was like, "That's not an adequate cake," and then the grandma ended up loving it anyway.
Yeah, Ruby's like,
Ruby
those
was
aren't
a
our
fucking hater.
those aren't hors d'oeuvres.
All right, for your perfect autumn day, would you like it cozy and rainy or cold and sunny?
Cozy and rainy.
Me too.
If it's sunny,
Yeah.
I want it to be like 5 o'clock. Like sun is slightly going down.
Okay, like a dusk.
Yeah, like where all the shadows are kind of neutralized.
I like
And
that.
it's
Yeah,
ambient
I
light.
like that too.
Yeah, but I do like the rain and stuff for sure.
Candles or fairy lights?
It's a fairy light.
Candles.
Candles.
Because you get that aroma on top of it.
Well, it's just warmer. It's just
And
like
also, fairy lights scare me because of all the freaking videos I see online of them attracting like giant fucking brown recluses in the houses, and I'm like, ugh.
all right, well,
They're bigger than I
No,
thought. I was
never
watching.
see-
I was watching a
never
YouTube
seen that.
channel. Shouts out to the Dark Den. He was like, I guess, bought a bunch of brown recluses for his whole terrarium setup.
Fuck that.
And some of them were bigger than I remember seeing
Yeah.
them. Like they were actually pretty.
Because there was a spider in my room the other night, and because I have the dog in my room too, I like was looking up on Google how like big a brown recluse was, because I was just like,
They can be really small,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
yeah.
like the slings, but like when they're full grown, they're probably like the size of a quarter, if not more.
Yeah.
But you can tell. Obviously, there's like the fiddle pattern on the back, but I never realized that. You know how tarantulas, for instance, have 8 legs, and there's those 2 little front ones.
yeah.
Those are called the pedipalps, right? And that's what they used to breed, and they used to sense and stuff like that. The brown recluse has like boxing glove ones. They're like these bulbs, and they look like boxing gloves. And I never realized that until I watched the videos of them, and he pointed them out.
I don't think the spider that was in my room had that.
Yeah.
So like that helps me sleep a little better
Yeah.
at night.
Look
'Cause,
up
like,
pictures of them because it's actually
Yeah.
really interesting.
Because I've looked up pictures of brown recluses before, and I feel like they're all over me because they're
Ugh.
just like giant and like terrifying, and like I have really bad arachnophobia,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
I
and
used
like
to, dude.
I like initially got the spider out by vacuuming the fucker up. Yeah.
Like fucking David Spade and Tommy Boy
Yeah.
is
I was just-
vacuuming the moths.
But I like to like pretend I'm like a southern sheriff when it comes to bugs in my room. I'm like you entered my turf.
You're like, well,
It's time for you to die. This town ain't big
Your
enough
goose
for the two
is
of us.
cooked. Yeah, no, but I love spiders. I mean, I got a tarantula back in the day because I had a crazy fear, and I was like, you know what? I've been watching so many videos of them, so I decided to get one, and yeah, I fucking
Because I've
had it
gotten
until it
more
died,
like,
and they had it for a while.
because I've gotten more like hyper vigilant of like spiders and everything now that like I have the dog in my room because I don't want her getting bit in case it is one that bites.
I think they're not
Because
that
like
big
I'll
of a
be
danger.
damned if my
They're
little
not,
girl dies
I don't
because
think
of
that'll
something she
happen.
could swallow in a bite. Like
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's very fucking rare. It really is, especially New Jersey.
True.
Checking my phone. I got my sister Gabby was trying to FaceTime me. She's in Maldives right now.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but she
Is that an island?
She took a plane to like Dubai, and then from there
To buy what?
Dubai. Like,
I get it.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
At the Kmart?
Yes.
Target?
But yeah, look at the beach there.
And
Like
Costco.
that's my sister.
That's
And I-
insane. That looks like
she's
that
so
looks like a
pretty.
wallpaper,
Isn't she?
like a what's it called? Like a fucking Microsoft wallpaper.
Yeah,
stock.
it looks gorgeous. Like that water's clear. Like I would
Take a
go all
shit
up
right
in
in that.
that.
Go all up in
Go
that.
all up
The
in that.
Microsoft background is real.
Yeah.
It's real.
I want to find out where those hills are. Those hills. I love a nice pair of
But I
hills.
love you, Gabby. Hope you're having a fun and safe trip.
Shout out to her.
She won't hear this until 2 weeks from now, and she'll be home. But
No signal. She's so deep.
oh, good.
That's fucking nuts, though. I got to get a passport.
I know. I'm going to Iowa in 2 weeks.
You excited?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I am gonna navigate the airports on my own. I have a layover both ways in Charlotte.
Tell them to lay off.
Yeah,
Lay off.
yeah.
Lay
I'll give
off.
you what for?
Yeah.
No,
Did I ever tell you guys my TSA story?
no.
Like, you know how they like choose like random fucking people to just like flag and then they have to like pull you aside and search you? Well, I was chosen randomly.
How lucky.
And I cried so hard that I made a TSA agent cry.
Seriously?
Like I made the TSA agent feel so bad that she started crying.
Jesus. I'd be like, you got to get out of this business. Yeah, why cry? They're fucking searching
I was
you.
like, I'm not a bad person, I
yeah,
swear.
but it's random. Yeah.
yeah.
But I didn't know that they just randomly chose people because it's my first flight ever in my life,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
thought I
I'm
was
like
like
talking to
wanted for felonies that I
Yeah.
didn't commit.
my sister, Samantha. She travels a lot for work, and we were talking this morning, and I was like, well, I have to, the layovers and all that stuff. She's like, I can't wait. She's like, you should take an edible before like you go. And I'm like, why? So I could be lost in an airport that I have no idea where
And
I'm
hungry?
going. Like I will curl up in the fetal position and be like, I'm scared.
Yeah. Well, just
Like,
if you streamline it early, and you should be able to do it no problem. No.
I'm gonna find a way to be able to indulge once I get to Iowa. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I
just
got a
for
plan.
Help, for help with like sleep, if you wanted to sleep on the plane ride and shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not too far of a ride, right? It'd be like a couple hour flight, not even.
The flight, there's a time difference of an hour
Hmm.
between me and her. So the flight to Charlotte is like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then the flight to Iowa, it looks like it's only an hour and a half, but it's actually 2.5 hours because of the time jump and all that. It won't be too bad. I'm supposed to land there at like noon. I'm excited though.
Yeah.
I'm real excited.
You should be.
It's a long time coming. She and I have been friends for 10 years. We've never met in person. I know she's real. I FaceTimed her. I've seen her before. We've talked
She's
every
not a creepy old man.
No, we've talked every day pretty much for 10 years, and it's time. So, very excited.
Very good.
Yes.
I've
That'll
never
be
been to
coming
Iowa.
up in a couple weeks. I know we're going to go look at some cornfields.
Yeah. What
We're
else
going
is
to
in
drink
there?
some pop.
And Chris, you
Some
have
pop.
a trip coming up soon, right?
Yeah. Jury
Talk
duty. I have
about
jury
it.
duty. No. I'm kidding. No, I mean I'm going up to PA to see my buddies, and we usually just watch movies and shit, and they're super artistic and creative, and we just fuck around, have fires, and hike, and go to breweries, and
Look at mushrooms.
look at mushrooms, eat mushrooms.
That sounds like a hell of a time.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he does?
Yeah, like my one buddy, he's a
forager?
Yeah, he's a forager, and he also just grows gourmets, and
That's cool.
But he's amazing.
I've
Like,
always wanted-
his setup is crazy.
To try, but I don't know. We'll see.
I advise.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Yeah, it'll be
You can
nice.
come here and hang out with my dad.
Yeah. Just shoot the shit, watch the news with them.
You know what?
Have a coffee and a smoke.
There's 2 of them. Just pretend it's me and Chris. You guys can record one day.
Yeah.
Just,
I'll teach you the ropes.
Or-
There's only 3 buttons I press to have this whole show.
I have a nice little
work.
segue for us. Or you could just dress them up. Dress up in an
Yes.
inanimate or some sort of
Attire.
object, a lifelike doll
Ugh.
Lifelike doll.
to look like us
Yeah.
and just pretend.
Let's go to Spencer's
Well,
and get
that's
2 of the
creepy.
blow up dolls.
Yeah. So, with that, I think we should
Finally reveal to our producer what the
Today
topic
we will
is.
be talking about corpses and
Corpses, you say?
different things that people have done to them, or
Like putting 2 pairs of
Yeah.
bras on?
oh god,
within the same vein.
Yeah.
these are more like morbid stories than they
Yeah.
are true crime or like hauntings.
Okay.
It's just
There's
Kinda like, what
definitely
the
shock.
fuck?
A little. There's like
There's-
some
So
But-
these are so what you're saying to me today is that on episode 13.
which is actually 12 because we can.
Oh
10.
yeah. You're telling me that this is about what's been done to a body post-mortem?
Yes.
Oh.
Multiple. Like we're gonna talk about like a few different things. So.
Okay.
We have a couple.
Should I get a
stories
bucket?
for you.
No.
I don't think it's that graphic.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. Well, how about you go? You get it started. Go ahead.
All right. So we both have 2 stories two separate stories, and then we're sharing the big brother of it.
The crescendo.
These
So,
are like a build up to the biggest sicko
Yeah.
Okay.
that we could think of.
So my little side story is about Anatoly Moskvin, who is also known as the Russian Doll Man.
Okay.
He was born on September 1st, 1966 in Gorky in Soviet Russia.
Gorky.
Yep. And as a schoolboy, Moskvin would wander through cemeteries with his friends. And when Moskvin was 11, he attended the funeral of a young girl whom he did not know. He was like kind of just like dragged in there by the funeral attendants. And the funeral attendants had forced him to kiss the dead girl's face. He says in an interview that his head was like forcibly pushed down
Ugh.
to kiss this girl's face. And after that, he started having visions of her in his dreams and everything. Moskvin became well known in academic circles later on in his life after graduating from the Moscow State University. He mainly studied in Celtic history and folklore as well as languages and linguistics. Moskvin also had a deep fascination with cemeteries, burial rituals, death, and the occult. Moskvin had a personal library of over 60,000 books and a large doll collection, which will be a very big contender.
So suffice to say, he doesn't go out much.
He's an indoor boy.
He's an indoor cat.
He lived a very secluded life. Fellow academics would describe Moskvin as eccentric and a genius. Moskvin led a life of solitude, having never dated or married. He never had children, and he still lived with his parents, and he even avoided alcohol and smoking.
I think that would have saved him. A little bit of smoke, a little bit of alcohol.
It's kind
It might loosen him up.
Like the Danny Masterson thing. Like, well, he didn't get it. We didn't do drugs. He told us not to do drugs, but he was still doing bad shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Do as I say, not as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Don't pay, yeah.
Yeah.
The man behind the curls.
Gross. Okay, let's go.
Moskvin found work in teaching at universities as a philologist, linguist, and a polyglot. A polyglot is someone who speaks multiple languages. It's like another word for multilingual.
Cool.
He is credited for
dope.
writing several books, papers, and translations. He also occasionally worked as a journalist and contributed to local newspapers and publications. Moskvin described himself as a necropolist.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
Is that Necropolis? To me, well, first of all, that's a Black Dahlia Murder song, and Necropolis sounds like a city made of bones or some shit.
Like
Like
a
an Ed
fucking
Gein, like actually.
I picture like
Paris
dead,
catacomb shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for real. Yeah.
I don't know. I picture like dead plants.
Necropolis.
Like just yeah.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's dead, probably. Like
it's
the trees,
like
the fucking grass.
weird.
Everything's yellow.
Okay, Coldplay.
They were all yellow. It's about him pissing the bed.
Stop.
Okay.
Look at the sheets.
In 2005.
How they're stained for you. All right, sorry.
In 2005, a fellow academic and publisher named Oleg Ryabov commissioned Moskvin to summarize and list the dead.
My leg.
In more than 700 cemeteries.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Please
His name
don't
is-
make this another Mickadoo situation.
His name is My Leg. Okay, I'm just like Oleg.
Please don't make this another
I won't. Okay,
Mickadoo
alright, yeah.
situation. I will cry.
Oleg.
So Ryabov commissioned Moskvin to summarize and list the dead in more than 700 cemeteries in the Nizhny regions. On foot, Moskvin inspected 752 cemeteries for the next 2 years, walking up to 18.6 miles a day, which is quite the hike.
And this is for just to be closer to death, or is he looking for shopping?
He was commissioned to make a list for another publisher for, I'm assuming, another article.
Okay. I thought he was like looking around for a fresh burial.
And Jesus.
Yeah, like some soft soil.
Okay.
During these expeditions, Moskvin said he drank from puddles, slept in haystacks, abandoned farms, and even the cemeteries themselves. One night, Moskvin even slept in a coffin being prepared for a funeral.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah. Many times,
That's black
Moskvin
metal.
was stopped by police on suspicions of theft and vandalism, but was dismissed by the police when he had shown them his credentials. Between 2006 and 2010, Moskvin worked as a freelance correspondent for the Nizhny Worker newspaper, where he published articles twice a month.
Wait. Did you say 2010? What did you say?
2006 and 2010. That's his
So
career.
he's drinking in puddles and doing all that shit. I thought this took place like I'm sorry. I must.
He was born in '66.
Yeah.
Okay. He didn't have to do any of it.
No, he didn't. He was just weird. Like,
Okay.
Just bare bones.
We gave him some R&Ds and a sleeping bag. I don't know what
yeah, like he was just strange.
he had a tent.
Yeah. During 2008, Moskvin wrote an extensive series of articles on the history of Nizhny, and that appeared in that paper. Sorry. The commission work requested by Oleg Ryabov, though, was never published, however. On November 2nd, 2011, Moskvin was arrested by police conducting an investigation on various grave desecrations in the Nizhny area. Investigators' initial reports were 29 bodies found in his home, but this number was shortened
Get the
to
fuck outta here.
26.
In his fucking house?
Yes.
He just took him home.
Yes. Moskvin stored these bodies in his home, and the youngest body was 3 years old, and the oldest body was 29.
And were they, just all watching the game? Where were they stored? They weren't
were
like...
stored in his house and the garage of his house.
were they like some House of Wax shit where they're all like one's at the piano and one's like serving drinks?
Well, I'll get into all of that.
All right.
So, despite only having 26 bodies in his home, however, Moskvin is suspected of desecrating up to 150 graves. Police found an abundance of evidence in Moskvin's home, including grave nameplates, instructions for creating the dolls or the mannequins, or
so he preserved
the corpses.
them?
Yep, he did. And maps of the region's cemeteries and photographs and videos showing open graves and disturbed bodies. However, though, none of this evidence could be definitively traced back to the bodies in his home.
No, they just kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know how they got there, but they're there.
Yeah.
But we can't trace it back.
Yeah.
Just wandered in.
Yeah. Gotta lock the door. I keep telling myself I gotta lock the door.
Moskvin was very cooperative with investigators, and his parents were unaware of all of this, as they were aware for as they were away for large portions of the 10 years of Moskvin's authority of Moskvin's activity. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but how bad did that house smell? Come on.
He probably didn't even bring them there.
But he like
You know.
but they were unaware of them being corpses. Like, they knew that there were like life-size dolls. They just but because of the way he preserved them and everything, they assumed that they were like mannequins, essentially.
And maybe the smell of formaldehyde is like stronger than the smell of death.
Yeah, because he used like a mixture
I
of like baking soda and salt to like encase them first, and then as they decomposed, he like would wrap them up in like strings and everything, and
mummify them.
Shit.
He would
And,
like mummify them, right?
Yeah, and then like as their faces started drooping, he like made masks for them to replace their faces and everything.
Oh my God.
He would dress them in like clothing and wigs, so they looked more like dolls towards the end of all of this than they did humans.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Moskvin was charged criminally for these acts and was even accused of desecrating Muslim graves as a hate crime, but the hate crime charges were dropped.
I
Yeah.
just picture like the Michael Scott thing. Michael, it's not a hate crime. Well, I hated it.
Yeah, well, I hated it. The fuck?
Moskvin was evaluated psychologically, and this assessment revealed he had a form of paranoid schizophrenia. In May of 2012, courts deemed Moskvin unfit to stand for trial for his diagnosis. This diagnosis also released him from all criminal liability. However, he was instead sentenced to, quote, coercive medical measures, end quote. And the
In his
prosecution...
youth? Like in his youth? Is he trying to say
No,
that
he was like way older.
But he's saying that there was some kind of as to like that's what did it to his brain. Is that what he's trying to say?
Yeah,
that he was subject to some kind of medical procedure that fucked him up.
Well, no, he wasn't saying like, oh, like I was coerced. Like that's what the defense said for him.
Okay.
Because he was unfit to stand trial. So if Russian court is similar to American court, he wouldn't be in the courtroom in the first place. So the prosecution was satisfied with this verdict and did not push further. Moskvin was moved to a psychiatric clinic, and in 2014 of April, his stay at the clinic was extended, and then it was extended again in July of 2015. In 2018, his doctors deemed him no longer dangerous and petitioned for him to be sent to an outpatient home.
What?
But another
Is he too old to dig graves up? They're like, oh, he's too old. He's not going to be doing that anymore. Where he's fine. Let him out.
But another diagnosis done in another assessment done in 2019 resulted in the reversal of this petition. So they were like, oh, fuck. He's not as good as we thought.
Yeah.
And
what do they fucking care? It's not their... I mean, we all pay taxes. Yeah, right? And isn't that what's keeping the lights on and feeding them? So, do you really want this guy? Like, come on.
Yeah, no.
He's not gonna come back and run for mayor and clean the town up.
One or two. Like, it was 26.
Yeah, and supposedly more. There was just 26 in his apartment.
Actually
he probably had a small apartment. And he
actually
didn't have the room for
video There's actually police video of them walking through the apartment, and you can see all these dolls. Yeah, and they're like stacked on top of each other. Like it's a very small space. That room, that like one room that they recorded.
That's what did I just say? I just said he probably would have had more in his apartment. Could he have fit it? Yeah. And you're telling me now that they had him stacked because he couldn't fit him.
Like they're like very like shoulder to shoulder in that room. In an interview after his arrest, Moskvin said he felt a, quote, great deal of sympathy, end quote, for the dead children and thought they could be revived by science or black magic.
Sure, Jan.
His studies in religions and, like, folklore made him believe that, and that on top of the paranoid schizophrenia recipe for disaster.
So it's saying that he wanted to, like, absolve them, like, save them?
Basically.
Like, just be like, nah, I got it. Like, he's still in there.
Because he later said the reason why he preserved them the way that they did was because if they came back to life, they would be happier looking how he made them, which would be, like, quote, pretty, instead of, like, decomposed and, like, ugly. They were, like, he was, like, and he would even, like, restructure their bodies with, like, chicken wire and everything so that they had functional bodies when they came back to life so that they could move their limbs and everything.
I think he's onto something. You don't think Joan Rivers would be dying to get, like, post-mortem plastic surgery just to keep her looking nice dead?
Like, basically,
I wonder if anyone does that.
Powers of fucking necromancy, like, Herbert West vibes, shit like that. Like,
but do you think people are ever going to do that? Where they like their dead body, they want like their dead body kept nice?
Well, they say Walt Disney's head is frozen under the parks of Disney.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I heard something about Epstein too, and how he wanted his brain and his penis preserved.
What?
Why his penis?
Why not?
Shut up.
I mean, do the math, Piper.
I know why,
you're gonna need that for the future.
The question was rhetorical.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I tend to answer those.
Oh Jesus. Moskvin also said he began researching obituaries for recently deceased children, and when he found one that, quote, spoke to him, he'd sleep on the grave to determine if the spirit wanted to be revived or not. Moskvin said he did this for about 20 years, but never dug up the body without the permission from its spirit.
Sure.
Okay, but let's hear him out. What if he really was fucking hearing something? That's crazy.
What?
It's like, dude, just let me out, man. This sucks. He's like, you sure? I mean, I don't know if I have a space.
Jesus.
How tall are you? He's like, I think I'm like 3 foot. Perfect. That's a shovel sound.
As he grew older,
Maybe he hits a rock, ping.
Eureka.
You in there? You still with me? But dude, imagine if he was actually fucking hearing some shit. You could never, like, you know, what are you gonna tell people?
Well, he was.
I can explain.
Well,
he walked into his house and they're like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Well, he was a paranoid schizophrenic, so he probably was hearing shit. Like,
well, think about it. I mean, like, if you were really hearing something and you went to a doctor because you're like, dude, like, I feel like I have tinnitus or something. I keep hearing weird stuff. Mm-hmm. And then you start to tell him, you know, he's going to be like, yeah, this motherfucker's schizoid, schizophrenic. Schizophractic. And like, you know, because the doctor who's diagnosing you, he's probably like, I've never heard any fucking shit like that. No one's whispering to me. So this guy's crazy. I'm not crazy. Yeah. Why is the one who hears voices always the crazy one? It pisses me off. What if for one time some guy's like, no, I'm like really hearing fucking some shit. And you're like, oh shit.
If you can't prove
you know what I'm saying?
The lottery,
yeah, because you can't see inside my head.
The numbers are 4, 2, 1, 8, 11, 12, 13.
It was 11, 12, 4, 13?
13, yeah.
Oh, power play? Yeah, okay.
And he said he did this for about 20 years, but never dug up the body without its permission. As he grew older, he found it uncomfortable to sleep in the grave, so he opted to take them home and speak with them there, hoping that the spirit would be much more inclined to speak with him in a, quote, comfortable environment instead of underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but have you ever heard 26 people talking at the same time?
That sounds like a nightmare.
Imagine that. All different ages.
The fucking 3-year-olds crying in the corner all the time.
Just keep saying, hey, daddy, look. Well,
actually...
Why?
And then after bringing the corpses home, Moskvin researched mummification theories and techniques to preserve the bodies. And like I said, he would like make them into functional dolls so that when they came back to life,
When
based on his delusions, when they came back to life, they could be functional and everything. He used various methods to keep decay away and everything. Like I said,
like Febreze.
Lysol.
Yeah.
Moskvin was aware that he was committing crimes, but he stated that the corpses were calling out to him, and as a result, held rescuing them to a higher regard than the law.
Yeah.
And he was also motivated by his own desire to have kids, especially a daughter. He regretted not having children of his own and even tried adopting a girl against his parents' wishes, but the application was denied by the government for his low income.
You're broke, bitch.
Yeah. Moskvin said he was not sexually attracted to the dolls, but viewed them more so as his children. And he spoke to the corpses, interacted with them, sang songs to them, watched TV and cartoons with the younger ones, and celebrated birthdays and holidays with them.
I would love this as a movie.
Oh, God.
It's him rocking around the Christmas tree, and he's like fucking putting hats on everyone.
Like, could you fucking imagine, like, happy birthday, corpse number 12? Like,
he's like, hey, what's going on? And then everyone is just stiff as a board, and he's like dapping everyone up. Come on.
Liven this party up.
That would be amazing.
Fucking Christ.
Have you ever seen The Perfect Host with David Hyde Pierce?
No.
He's like a fucking freak with, I guess, paranoid schizophrenic. And he invites, I guess, a coworker to his house for dinner. But you think that there's all these different people that are going to be attending the dinner, but it's just him and all these different characters. And David Hyde Pierce essentially is playing like a fucking freak murderer guy, and he kills it. But yes, that was fucking nuts. The Russian doll guy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What if they're like Toy Story, where like when the cops walk in the room, they're just toys?
And one of my sources, and my sources for both of our stories today are Wikipedia, and I also watched the Nexpo video made on Anatoly Moskvin. I think it's called The Russian Doll Man. Or something like that.
That was from like last 20 years.
That's
crazy.
Nexpo on YouTube, like Expo marker, but with an N before it.
But this is from like the last 20 years. All this.
Like
That's crazy.
The most recent year I said was 2019, and
That's
that was
insane.
But
when
he's still around.
yeah he's. And
He's making little dolls in his prison cell.
If you look at pictures of him, he looks like a disturbed individual. Like he has
do you
like
have a picture of the dolls to show?
I can look it up. Oh fuck.
Just-
Because he.
Jesus, I already got the Belmez fucking floor faces on the brain tonight.
Okay.
Remember
While
those?
she is looking that up.
Again, sorry about the tapping. My
you're
nails. Yep.
Yeah,
Here's a picture. Here's a picture.
Oh, come on, dude.
Yep.
I should have just said no.
They look
That
like
is like a warped AI babushka lady.
I like.
And how old was the oldest? Was 29. How the fuck old is that?
Yeah, probably like maybe 11. This is like one like slumped over in a chair.
Oh, I can't even look at that.
Duct tape all over the face. And everything.
That is so fucked.
Like it's
That. I'm sorry, guys,
yeah.
listening. That is just. I'm struck. I'm stricken.
Yeah. Also, like
That is
high
the most
trigger
macabre
warning for like
shit.
disturbing photos if you go like do your own research.
Yeah, is this going on the Instagram?
But like.
What the fuck?
But like, if you look at pictures of this man, he looks disturbed. Like,
yeah, he definitely looks like he digs up bodies.
The Camelot?
He looks
He looks like Uncle Fester.
Oh my, yeah, he's.
like
He looks like he looks like he feels innocent. Like I can see in his eyes that he has this conviction of innocence.
no, he definitely does because like the entire time he was just like they were calling out to me. I was saving them from sudden doom and everything. Like
That is dark, dude.
something else.
And it's like you never see a house full of bodies that's nice.
No.
It's always a hoarder. There's like a stack of phone books for no reason. There's like
because
just
the
paper plates
the
everywhere.
Police body cam footage, most of the clutter is like his like 60,000 fucking books he had and like all that shit, and there's like trinkets, TVs everywhere, like it like
yeah.
Like an episode of like an episode of Hoarders would have a fucking stroke. Like
it's insane, dude. That is shocking.
Well, to continue on with
the creepy little dolls.
All right, so my story is of La Pascualita. In the city of Chihuahua, Mexico in the 1930s, a new mannequin was put on display in the window of a family-owned La Popular dress shop bridal shop. The mannequin was named La Pascualita. Soon, stories began to circulate about the mannequin due to her lifelike features. Legend has it that the mannequin bears a striking resemblance to the shop owner's daughter, who died from a spider bite shortly before her wedding day. The mannequin has detailed, like, lifelike hands, like they're creepy, and she even has varicose veins on her legs. Not only was the mannequin rumored to be the well-preserved corpse of the young woman, but that she comes to life at night when the shop is closed. People have said that they feel her eyes, like, following them, like, around the store, and like, and various morticians, though, have debunked the story, saying that there's no way, like, possible that a corpse could be preserved for 90 years, like, to this day. Like, no. And in 2012, a woman named Teresa Cordova was writing her thesis on the legend of the corpse bride, and was told that the current manager would grant her an interview to talk about the mannequin. But when Teresa showed up, the manager decided that no interview would be given, as the shop owners deemed it bad luck. She then surmised that the whole corpse bride thing was just a marketing ploy concocted by the shop owners to create lore and publicity, for the shop. And Teresa, she tried to find record of this woman, like living or dead or anything, and nothing came about. And it seems that she possibly never even existed, and it was just a story. But when you look at the photos of this woman, this mannequin, I want to hear what you think.
Personally,
yeah,
I have a picture.
Why don't you
up right now?
First? Yeah, show the face, and then show.
Let me get my glasses. Just kidding.
And then
just Piper's phone. And you can scroll.
Look at the hands.
And like the hands are so realistic. Like the nails look real. Like they have like the white like U at the bottom, and then like there's like creases in the hands. Like,
and not just that, like around the fingertips, like it's like turning black.
You like see like cuticles.
This is
and like her facial features. Her eyes look so human.
This is
like,
very bizarre.
Like they look like a preserved goat's eye to me, kind of.
So her face, the bone structure looks very human, and I would suspect that the eyes were removed and replaced
with glass,
with something, because the pupils are huge. She has like a American Girl doll kind of look, or like a Barbie, very big pupils. But like those fingers, that
hand is what I can't shake.
Yeah,
that, and
because the
what
hands
kind
are
of
so
a
real
doll would this be? Like, I've never even seen that detailed of hands on any mannequin.
No,
and
especially
but
nowadays,
they said that
they're
like,
all just like white.
There's no way that it can be, because like the mannequin is in a shop window, and like with the sun coming in, it can get hot and everything. Like, so it would just deteriorate. But
even let's say that this is a real doll. This is actually like pretty incredible detail. But that's another thing too. I don't know.
Artist, you would know.
But let's say it is post-mortem. Let's say if it is a body. I don't know how, because the body will swell, and a lot of details might be lost over, because things naturally blow. I don't know if they're, because I've never preserved a fucking body. So I don't know.
I'm sure that would happen if steps weren't taken like the first few days to preserve the body.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like the earlier you get it, kind of thing.
Like the fresher, like once it's like someone's like embalmed, like,
and it's
embalmed,
even like
it's kind of stops. things. Yeah.
Even some of the blotchiness of the
It's-
skin, it almost looks like like they're
The hands.
Yeah.
It's just that I can't.
Cause the hands are so realistic. Like you like see the creases. Like if you look at like the top of your hand, like the knuckle creases are so real.
and they could have been molds. Like someone could have molded their hand
Yeah.
and got all those little nooks and crannies and
I
all
don't
that
know.
perfect detail.
like,
'cause
She's just spooky, and I thought we should,
it is. I'll tell you what, it's the most realistic looking doll
It's
that I'm
gross.
like could be fucking human.
It's just like, don't make it that.
And as another honorable mention, my mother actually sent me a little Instagram post about this one. There is a little girl named Florence Irene Ford, and after her burial, she was, they put stairs leading down to her grave, which led to a glass window at the face of her corpse so that her mother could sit on a chair and spend time with her daughter after death.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like looking at her
like,
daughter.
yeah.
In there.
So like the mother would like
If that's
like,
what brings you solace,
bring a book down there and just like read
I
with her.
couldn't even imagine, so I
No.
can't judge.
no, seriously, I'm sure the death
you
of a
can't.
child is
I
something out of
also-
this world.
Honorable mention. Let me see here. Hang on. Of course, I can't find it.
What the fuck is with these dolls? That's insane.
In 2016, a family in San Francisco was renovating like their house and stuff, and they like were digging under the garage to like do stuff. They found the coffin of a 2-year-old girl that died in 1876, and she was like perfectly preserved. And no one knew who she was or anything, and they were able to do like DNA testing, and they found out her name was Edith Howard Cook, and her family was like very like prominent in the area back then. And I don't think they ever found out how she died, but it's just I couldn't even imagine. Like, could you imagine?
She was, and where was she located? Was she like encased in concrete, or was
She's
she
in like a glass coffin that's like it was sealed shut.
airtight?
Yeah.
This is the
yeah.
little Italian girl you were talking about, right?
Let me see.
But what about where was she buried? Like, was she
hold on.
underneath the house, underneath in the basement? Was it like Stir of Echoes or some shit? Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm trying to find a picture for you.
That is fucking crazy, man. Like, have you guys seen the movie Sinister?
Yeah.
You know, I
It was
can't
like
imagine moving into a house.
glass top coffin. You can like see her little face and.
That's
everything.
so fucking weird.
Oh
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, that little Italian girl was like Rosalie something.
Are these like preserved?
Yeah, she's this one.
Dude, you ever watch that show Oddities? It's like a show about like one of those weird like macabre shops where you can buy like Houdini's throwing knives and a fucking 2-headed pig in a jar.
The like Edith
One of those crazy
Howard
places.
Cook. It
Yeah.
reminds me of the fucking mosquito and the amber from Jurassic Park. Like
Yeah.
just like perfectly preserved. Like, cause did you see like the full on thing?
I saw some of the
like-
glass case.
Like
That's fucking
it looks
nuts.
like it looks like the biology textbooks of like the babies in the
It
uterus.
looks like a 3D,
it looks
like one of those 3D sonogram. What are those
Yeah.
called? Holograms?
It's Rosalia Lombardo. She is she's known as the Sleeping Beauty. She's a perfectly preserved mummy of a child who died from pneumonia. The Spanish flu, actually. Let's see. She is like perfectly preserved. It's
And and where did they discover her, you said?
this one I think just has always been around. She was discovered in like the catacombs, I think.
What the fuck?
And like legend
Did
has
dead,
it like
did dead
her
kids just
eye,
age like fine wine?
I don't know. So, like legend has it, like her eyes, like her will like open a little bit every so
Get the
often.
fuck out of here.
But it could just be for who knows why.
and like her
Baby
bangs
alive.
are like so like
Oh.
and her bangs are like wet kinda like
Yeah.
they like
It looks like she's taking a nap.
yeah
It does.
like it looks like she is taking a nap
She's on
after
her
she
lunch
got
break.
a bath or something.
Yeah, like that's
That's
this is
incredible.
all like awesome for audio. We're like sitting here just looking at pictures.
Yeah, you got to describe
Sorry.
them. No, as long as you describe them.
No,
you
but
know.
it's like there's like a little glass coffin and like it's so sad. Like it looks this one looks like she's just sleeping.
Yeah.
Like
That is incredible.
Because also like the thing that's so striking about this one too, because she has like that like perfectly preserved, like, sad face. Like, she has, like, the droopy eyebrows and everything. And she just looks so, like, she looks peaceful, but, like, sad, too.
And which is also incredible. I mean, a glass case lets light in. And I assume...
I have a little bit of breaking news.
Okay.
The lady who was having sex outside of our store got arrested.
Oh.
Why?
Woo!
Why?
Well,
Get on the ground!
Well, obviously I know why, but, like,
Yeah, Piper,
was there anything, like, other that she did?
Okay. One of our employees had to drop off their cell phones to headquarters.
Oh.
Oops.
All right. So enough talking about, or enough looking at pictures. Let's get into
This
the
is
main
fucking
event.
And I'm supposed to go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yep.
This next one is.
Fuck out of here.
And go to work the next day.
I'm gonna hide my Gizmo doll.
Okay.
Putting that away.
All right, let's get to the big brother of the scary little dolls.
Yep.
Scary little dead people.
This is worse? This one's worse?
This one's kind of worse.
This one is the worst of the worst. We give you some preparation with the other ones.
I need to smoke.
All right, so let's get into it, Piper.
Yep. I will also just hold on 1 second. Look up photos. Just keep them on standby.
Yeah.
Do I want to see them?
Yes.
You should.
I should?
You
should.
should. You have to. It's so insane. You have to. Okay.
So
All right.
let's get into it.
I kind of forgot that I was setting sail on this one. Sorry. So, this is Carl Tanzler and his corpse bride, Elena Milagro de Hoyos. Carl Tanzler was born on February 8th, 1877 in Dresden, Germany. Tanzler grew up in the German Empire, but at some point ended up in Australia before World War I broke out. He traveled from India to Australia with the intention of proceeding to the South Sea Islands. He stopped in Australia to grab equipment to become acquainted with overcoming weather and sea conditions, but he then became interested and quite honestly captivated by the Australian engineering and electrical work, and so he brought property, boats, an organ, and an island in the Pacific so that he was still in Australia for the 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he begun building a trans-ocean flyer when war broke out, and the British military authorities placed him in a concentration camp for, quote, safekeeping, along with Indian and Chinese officers who were prisoners of war. At the end of the war, no prisoner was able to return to where they were before. Tanzler emigrated to the U.S. in 1926, where he made his way to Florida from Cuba. Later, his wife and daughters joined him. Tanzler left his family behind in Zephyr Hills, Florida, in 1927 and took a job as a radiology technician at the U.S. Marine Hospital in Key West, Florida, which is also where Robert the Doll is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Key West.
Transition into that episode, right? So he took this job under the name of Carl von Kossel. He goes by a lot of different names. You'll see them listed on the Wikipedia page if you want to do your own research. During his childhood in Germany and later during his travels in Genoa, Italy, he claimed to have visions of a dead alleged ancestor, Countess Anna Constantina von Kossel, who revealed the face of his, quote, true love to him. He described his true love as a dark-haired exotic woman.
Mm.
And on April 22nd, 1930, while working at the hospital, Tanzler met Maria Elena Milagro de Hoyos, aka Helen, who was a local Cuban-American woman who was brought into the hospital by her mother for an examination. She was a, quote, local beauty, end quote. Tanzler immediately recognized Elena as the woman from his visions, and Elena was the daughter of a local cigar maker named Francisco Hoyos and Aurora Milagro. She had 2 sisters, Florinda and Celia. Elena married Luis Mesa on February 18th, 1926, but Mesa left after Elena suffered a miscarriage of their child and moved to Miami. Elena was diagnosed with tuberculosis, a fatal illness at the time. Tuberculosis would go on to take the life of almost all of Elena's immediate family. Tanzler, with his self-proclaimed medical knowledge, attempted to treat and cure Elena with varying medicines, x-rays, and electrical equipment that were brought to the Hoyos residence. Tanzler would also shower Elena with gifts of jewelry and clothing, and even professed his love to her. However, there is no evidence to show that Elena reciprocated these feelings. Despite the efforts of Tanzler, tuberculosis would also claim the life of Elena on October 25th, 1931. At the time of her death, she was still legally married to Luis Mesa. Tanzler paid the funeral expenses and, with the blessing of the Hoyos family, built an above-ground mausoleum for Elena where she was put to rest in the Key West Cemetery.
Ulterior motive? Let me make her easy to access.
Sure.
Well, he did also make a copy of the key to the mausoleum for himself without the family's knowledge.
Yep.
And so Elena was there for 2 years. And Tanzler visited the mausoleum almost every night and made her look pretty and dressed her up and everything, just kept her neat and clean and everything. Tanzler had...
Don't say neat and clean.
Well, for
Please,
lack of a better term. Yep. So Tanzler had further visions of Elena, telling him to take her from the grave, and said that her spirit would come to him.
Take me.
And he would sit by her grave and serenade her corpse with a favorite Spanish song.
A cucaracha. You love this one. Go with the cucaracha.
You're so...
Dame la gasolina.
Stop it.
She loves Daddy Yankee. No, what year did you say this was? 1877 or some shit?
30s, like
1930s.
Oh.
He was born in 1877.
I don't even know what was going on back then. Was music even invented?
The Industrial Revolution. And yes, music was invented.
They just
it started in Italy
grinding.
in like the 1600s.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Following his visions, on an April evening in 1933, Tanzler crept through the Key West Cemetery and took Elena from her grave and carted her home in a little red toy wagon.